All right, happy Friday, everybody. Thank you so much for coming in. We are back with more FF16. 501st Bricks, hello. Thank you so much for coming in. How are you? All right, so when we last left off last night, we were trying to find Tatienne for the dame, but we were also doing some side quests. So I completed this side quest for that merchant. Oh, you know what? I just realized that merchant was named Etienne, and I'm looking for Tatienne.
Markets are a veritable.
So their names were. Hold on, wait a minute. Is Etienne's name just Tatienne's name spelled backwards? Where did he go? Okay, I don't know where he is now. Maybe he left. But that guy's name was Etienne, and I think it was just Tatienne spelled backwards. Well, not backwards exactly, but it was similarly backwards. Okay, well, whatever. Let's just go finish Friend of the People. Hello. Hello, 501st Bricks. Where does that name come from? What does that name mean?
Enough! Curse you! Get away from me!
So how do I finish this quest?
You'll work faster next time.
Oh, okay, because the last time I walked up to them, Clive was like, oh, this isn't the right time. So I guess you had to give out the other stuff to the other bearers first.
It looks like you need it.
The Chamberlain must have sent you, but alas, my work is far from over. If I don't go now, they'll beat me.
You need to rest.
But I won't. I've wounds to heal and bones to mend.
And what of your own hurts?
They'll wait. As will my hunger. Thank you, though.
So I was talking about this in my stream last night.
Drover has more regard for his cattle than the Empire does its bearers.
How is it that the magic
Better head to the Veil.
people got enslaved? You know what I mean? Hello, Rebecca. Hi.
That bastard!
Are you just spamming hello, or can you hear me?
All right. Are you here for business or pleasure?
Business, though not my own. The Chamberlain put me to work delivering food.
Ah, so he found someone to help him then. Just as well. I hear his friends back at court have been taking a little too much interest in him of late.
So he really is a Chamberlain.
There was a time when he was the Vale's most illustrious customer. Us girls thought of him as a generous uncle. He was one of the only people round here who seemed bothered by the way the Empire treats its bearers.
Rare for one in his position.
A fact not wasted on the dame. A little nudge from her is all it took, and he became the patron saint of Northreach's starving masses. My sisters and I may have lost an uncle, but bearers are being fed for a change, so we don't grumble. Much.
Glad to hear it.
Gives you faith, though, doesn't it? To know there are people out there like him. And you, for that matter. It's no wonder the dame's got a soft spot for you.
What? We just met.
I better be going.
How could she already have a soft spot for Clive when they just met?
Well then, I suppose you'll need it.
Alright, so I guess there aren't any more side quests. I guess those are the only two. I don't see any other green. Are they exclamation points? Because I don't even know what to call these red symbols that are the main quest. There's no more green symbols.
The bones fell favorably.
I'm looking for a man with a scar over his eye.
Looking for a man? Does this look like a brothel branded? Fuck off.
Hold your tongue. He wears the dame's brooch. One word from him and the Vale's doors will be barred to us for good.
There's only one man in the garrison with a dodgy eye. His name's Yannick. I haven't seen him around lately, though.
On account of him being in Moor. Yannick left a few days back. Said he had dealings with a merchant there.
The dame thanks you. Moor is the last village on the road to Oriflamme. I should let Isabel know where I'm headed.
Most likely. Fools there nigh on every night.
So, righting wrongs and the dame, aren't they the same thing? Like, why are they two different quests? Because they have the same goal, which is to find Tatienne.
Clive, tell me you bear good tidings.
That remains to be seen.
Oh, Tatienne, you could have told me.
This Yannick. The soldiers I spoke to believe he's in the village of Moor. According to them, he claimed to have some business with a merchant there. Though that wouldn't explain his continued absence.
And you plan on traveling to Moor to ascertain the truth?
Isn't that what you want?
Oh, it is, but I fear sending you there may cause more harm than good. The people of Moor are rather set in their ways. You'll find they have little love for bearers, and they will not hesitate to report one such as you to the constabulary. There is a man in Moor who owes me a favor, more than one in fact. His name is Bertrand, and he works at the stables. Tell him I sent you.
I shall return as soon as I find something.
Okay, so once again, the sound quality is very inconsistent.
Bertrand was a loyal patron of the Vale, until his appetite exceeded his means. Now he is loyal to me.
Like, their voices were going up and down just during that conversation, so it's definitely not me, like, it's the game. Which I don't understand how you can get that wrong
Think I might see
with a game that had the resources that this game had to make it, and also the fact that, like, the last game didn't have that problem.
Oriflamme, how many bearers suffer to keep your granaries full?
Okay, like, did you hear that? Because I barely heard him say that.
You see it too, then? It's not just me bleary eyes playing tricks on me.
If you mean the waves stopped at full crest, then yes, I do. How could I miss the bleeding thing?
Oh, that? Oh, odd. And what is this building up here? I think we're gonna explore for a little bit. So we got some wild chocobos. I don't think that they fight you unless you start a fight with them. And then what are these things? A raptor. Don't know that I've fought these before.
Get up! There, boy! Get up! Sick of Toggle!
Okay, what is my wind ability? Gouge. Oh, it's still gouge. Okay. I thought it looked different, but I guess it's the same thing. Oh, you know what? It looks like the menu pictures change depending on where you are. That's pretty cool. Okay, so down there, they're talking about that wave that has frozen. I'm sure that'll be explored later. A vulture. Those do not look like vultures. They look like more like green phoenixes.
It's over. Stay down.
Well, they were not terribly difficult, and there's more raptors. I guess they do kind of look like real-life raptors. More like they're like chocobo raptors. Oh, maybe that's where chocobos come from. I mean, birds came from dinosaurs. Maybe they had the same concept here. So I've been collecting all these resources, but I haven't found somebody that can really craft anything. Like, the only blacksmith I've met is the one at the hideaway, and he can't really craft that much.
Should be well stocked.
Alright, let me check to see if... Okay, I need to mute my other monitor.
You're not one of us.
But that, I mean, when Clive just said that, I barely heard him. I think it's just the sound in this game is, like, not very consistent. Oh, how did he get all the way up there?
Over here.
Get him, boy. You will pay for what you've done.
You know what to do, boy.
I guess Clive did come up and start attacking them.
Sick of Togo.
Okay, what? Where were they going? I guess there was a certain area you had to stay in. I like this move because it traps them. They can't do anything. Okay, what was that? Oops. That was a sash. Demon tamer sash. While slaying a demon merely returns its soul to the hell whence it came until such time it is resummoned to inhabit a new host. Effective means of dampening its evil influence on the corporeal plane. Corporeal plane. By luring and trapping the undying spirit of Hellspawn into accoutrements worn on one's person, one might also harness their power and channel a portion of it as one's own. Oh, this is better than what I have now. And what is with this game and... Oh. Okay, my mic's cord sometimes gets... like, tangled, like... Okay. Well, I can definitely see my mic is working. Okay, is that's... all that was in here. I can't even go inside. So when I walked up here, Clive was like, oh, this is an Imperial watchtower, should be well stocked. And you can't even go inside to get the stuff in there. You only got the one treasure chest and then whatever you got from everybody you killed. That doesn't make any sense. Like, why are we talking about how it's gonna be well stocked if we can't even go in to get the stuff? Alright, let's continue to more. I like that they made the chocobos come in all kinds of colors. Ooh, a side quest.
You heard me. Shift your asses. You, branded, here, now! You're late. What kept you?
Late for what?
Did they tell you nothing? A wild beast is savaging my boy! Well, don't just stand there gawping. Rescue him!
Okay. Jolly Toby, hello, how are you?
All right.
Thanks for coming in.
My, I see they've sent me a branded...
Who's they? Like, I just showed up here.
He's over that way, towards the coast. Go, and see that you kill the beast.
Yeah, of course. What else are we gonna do? How are you? How's the game? The game's pretty good. A few flaws. But it's fun.
Someone whose son's in mortal danger. He didn't seem all that worried. Something's not right here. I need to be careful.
The sound of this game is extremely inconsistent, but it's extremely fun.
Wolf, it's going to eat me!
What if I can help it?
And it also seems like the mechanics... I don't know. It's a little weird because I feel like they made the mechanics like very easy for the player. But the combat's really, really fun. And I like the story so far, but I haven't played too much of it yet. I'm good. Good to hear. What have you been playing lately?
No! You weren't supposed to kill Wolfie. You were supposed to die.
What?
Father
Why?
will have you whipped for this. Bearers aren't supposed to win. They never win.
What is this? Your father said you were being attacked.
You're not supposed to talk.
What?
Stop looking at me like that. We were only having fun.
Having fun?
Why are you still speaking? Father will hear of this.
The wolf's work, no doubt. But it's not the wolf that's to blame.
So they were just... So the...
Someone needs to put an end to this.
Wolf is the...
Happens again.
Boy's dog, and they just like were killing bears for fun. Yeah, this Final Fantasy definitely much darker than what I'm used to in a Final Fantasy game. I didn't really look anything up about this particular Final Fantasy before I played this, so yeah, I'm pretty surprised.
You, Brandy, come here this instant. How dare you frighten my son? You slaughter his poor pet and then have the gall to return, head held high. That wolf was trained. better trained by far than your worthless kind. You are the entertainment, nothing more. And we are most certainly not entertained.
Nor am I. You'll pay for what you've done.
See? I told you, he talks too much. It's not right. I don't like him, Father.
You're not the branded I bought, are you? How dare you deceive me? Well, the sins of the slave are the sins of the master. Go! Summon the unlucky wretch you answer to.
How will you respond? The wretch would be the dame, that wretch would be me. I'm gonna say the wretch would be me.
That unlucky wretch would be me. I'm my own master. I'm beholden to no one. And I take orders from no one.
Lies! Do you think I cannot see that brand on your face?
Shut your mouth and listen. Those bearers you killed, they were people. They felt fear and
So you don't, I mean, they're slaves. You don't think there were escaped slaves?
share in their suffering. You would do well to remember we are not your playthings.
Father, he's scaring me.
How dare you threaten us? How dare you?
Can't we just buy another hound? A bigger one, a better one.
Of course, my son. I'll have the villagers fetch us another. With jaws powerful enough to nip this branded's head clean off his shoulders.
I'm wasting my time. But I can't just leave those bearers lying out there. They deserve a proper burial. That much I can do at least.
So I wonder if this...
Bearers have lost their lives to this nobleman's sport.
I wonder if this side quest will come back. Like as another... like if there's a follow-up to this one. I saw some people on Twitter saying these side quests weren't good, but I think they're pretty good so far.
You must be Clive.
How do you know my name?
The Dame. I'm in her service, like yourself. Never gets any easier, burying the dead.
Is that what you're here to do?
The mistress has me see to it that none are left to the crows. Since you're here, can you give me a hand?
Gladly.
Well, that's what he was gonna do anyway.
To rest.
May their burden finally be lifted. I take it you slew the nobleman's pet?
I did. Now I expect they'll find another soon enough. And when it gets here, more bearers will die. How can they think so little of sending us to the slaughter?
Simple. Because you are not them. Bearers are tools when they're needed, and toys when they're not. And if one breaks, well, you can always buy another. Still, such attitudes don't always go unpunished.
Father! Father!
Is this your doing?
Of course not. Wolves kill. It's in their nature. Invite one into your home, it's gonna tear your throat out eventually. Same with bearers. Fed or not, they don't lack for fangs. What will folk do when they bite back, I wonder? The realm's nest two murderous bastards, and I won't mourn the loss. Here,
Oh, okay. I guess there won't be a follow-up to it. Why would Clive think that he did that? He didn't even have time.
You never know.
He was burying the bodies with Clive. When would he have the time to sick a wolf on them? So, I saw somebody on Twitter saying something like, hey, when did the side quests in FF16 get good? And there were some people like replying saying, well, they could have been nicer about it, but they were like replying saying like, oh, is this where they were killed? They were replying saying like, oh, if you paid attention, then you would understand the side quests add to the world building and the lore. Which they didn't have to put it that way, but I do think that the side quests so far, I think they have been good. Like, I do think they are adding to the world. Because if I didn't do these side quests, I mean, I know already that bearers are enslaved. And they're treated like slaves.
Gate without someone recognizing me as a deserter. Sid had better have a plan.
But if I didn't do some of these side quests, I wouldn't understand exactly how they were treated. Oh, they're eating a chocobo. Oh, I didn't notice at the top of the screen next to my life bar. I didn't notice that when you switch your powers, it switches the icon next to your health bar.
Get him, boy! There, boy! Sit up, Bobo! Get him, boy! Sick him, Toggle! Over here.
A Worgen. Oh yeah, I've fought these before.
Get him, boy! Sick him, Toggle! Get him, boy! Over here. Get him, boy! Over here. Get him, boy!
Alright, so... yeah... Okay, never mind. That's the house I was just at. With the wolf side quest. Okay, so I see another side quest. Lizette, what do you want?
Have you seen my Chloe? I let her out of her pen while I did my chores. But she hasn't come back yet. I think she's lost. Please, can you help me look for her?
Sure.
I can't promise I'll find her, but I'll try. Describe her to me.
She's beautiful white hair. She lets me stroke her when I'm sad. She's ever such a good girl. So quiet and kind. And she likes walking in the wheat. I know the fields are big, but she's never got lost before. Oh, she must be starving too. She hasn't eaten anything since yesterday. It is my job to feed her.
In that case, let's not keep her waiting.
So I feel like we're supposed to think that this is like a dog or something, but it might end up being a bear.
Field to search. But with a little luck, someone might have seen her.
Just another side quest to show how bearers are treated. Like, even the children treat them like they're pets.
You work these fields? I need to ask you something.
A branded. And an outsider at that, judging by the lack of manners. Why should I help you, eh? You tell me that.
Because a girl from the village asked me to find her pet. Chloe. Have you seen her?
Chloe, is it? Oh, little Lisette's plaything. Last I saw, the filthy creature was sniffing about the windmill. That girl's old enough to know she should tie her pet up when she's finished playing with it.
The windmill.
Off with you now. I won't have idle branded underfoot. Oh, and you tell Lisette, if I catch that mangy creature around here again, I'll put it down myself.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel like we're gonna find a branded instead of like a dog.
Chloe? More brown than white. You're not Chloe, are you, girl? Is that someone napping on the job? I hope they don't mind the interruption.
Don't think they're napping. I knew it. Chloe is a bearer.
The crystal's curse.
Chloe, I was calling you. Didn't you hear me?
What?
Get up now. You've slept long enough. It's time to go home. Chloe? Why did you already turn into a rock? I only made you do a bit of magic. You knew you were my favorite. None of the other Chloes had pretty hair. It could be months before Dad...
The other Chloes? So she names all of them Chloe.
...tired to work anymore.
Is that all she was to you? A plaything? Do you really not care that she's dead?
She's not dead. She's a rock.
That? The crystal's curse? That's just how she died. And now she's gone forever. Giving another bearer her name won't change that.
No, don't say that.
It's true. And without that brand, she would have been just another girl. Somebody's daughter. Just like you.
But Dad said bearers don't have parents.
They do. Parents that give them away. Families they'll never see again. But you became Chloe's family when you took her in. Remember that.
Aww.
And remember her.
So these side quests go by pretty quick.
I'm so sorry, Chloe.
Okay, so maybe they'll expand on this, or I might have to look it up, but I'm not fully understanding, like, the crystal's curse, and why they turn to stone. And I'm also not understanding just, like, some of how, like, this world works.
You know what to do.
Like, I think that Valisthea is the world, and Storm is the continent. And then I guess there must be another continent. Or maybe more than one another continent. Because they said something, one of the characters said something about like this kingdom in all of the twins or something. So maybe like twin continents. And then I forgot what they called him, but there was somebody starting with a G that they were talking about. I think that's the god. Oh, you know what? I forgot about this. This is the active time lore. So you can open this menu and it'll give you information about like characters and places that you're dealing with right now. So Isabel, proprietress of the Veil, Northreach's foremost house of ill repute and one of Sid's trusted collaborators. Isabel is much admired by the populace for her elegance and refinement, qualities that have earned her the title the Dame. Northreach's premier house of companionship. While it is frequented mainly by Sandbreaks, I think it's Sandbreak, nobility and military, Lady Isabel welcomes all with the desire and the coin to partake of the pleasures her skilled courtesans and courtiers offer. Few establishments in the Empire are well loved or as oft visited. Marks. Emblems that Sid's allies distribute to those in their circle of trust. It is common for the rich and powerful of Valisea to pin such marks to the bearers in their possession, that the slaves might go about their master's business unmolested. The Holy Empire of Sandbreak, a nation occupying the northeastern reaches of the continent of Storm with the great city of Oriflamme as its capital. Okay, so yeah, Storm is the continent. Sandbreak is like a kingdom. Oriflamme is the capital. Sandbreak is the realm's largest theocracy and home to the Mother Crystal Drake's Head. The empire is ruled by the Holy Emperor, the one true goddess made flesh, according to the Gregorian faith. Grieger, yeah, I think that's the god. It sounds like it, since it's Gregorian faith, who is served unquestioningly by the sworn knights of the Blessed Dragon, known more commonly as the Dragoons. So it's an emperor, but okay, so Grieger is a goddess, the one true goddess made flesh. So it's an emperor, but it's a goddess personified. I'm extremely confused. I don't really get it. But I mean, it's been like Final Fantasy games have gotten so complicated with their lore.
If the people of Moor are as intolerant as Isabel says, it's no wonder the Empire never sent my unit here.
For the past, I'd say since like FF12, I've had to look up the stories to put it all together because they've gotten super complicated.
Are you Bertrand? The Dame sent me.
Sounds about right. Only time I hear from her is when she wants something. Well, go on then. What is it?
One of her courtesans has gone missing, and I need to find her. A soldier who may have information on her whereabouts is rumored to have come here to meet with a trader.
Many traders stop to peddle their wares on their way to the capital, but only one's been seen quarreling with a soldier.
Is he still here?
The trader? Oh, yeah. Stubborn sod stood his ground till the soldier got tired of shouting, from what I hear. If you seek him out, keep your head down. Fact is, folks round here would sooner hang a branded than help him. And that's even with the Dame's brooch for protection.
Understood.
If you want my advice, find the merchant quick and speak to him and only him. Then march yourself and that brandy yours straight back to Northreach before the locals take up their pitchforks.
I could take him.
It's my turn. Let me try. Come on, give it back. If my dad finds out, he'll clobber me.
What do you want?
And these merchants really don't have anything good.
Thanks for nothing.
Weren't expecting any new branded until the new moon. You don't think he's a deserter, do you?
Guess there's nobody really to interact with here anyway. This is a very small village.
What's this? A branded? Where's your master? Must I call for the constable?
I come to you from Northreach, at the behest of the Dame. Perhaps you've heard of her.
Why, of course I have. I am the good lady's servant. Oh, what is it that she requires of me?
Rumor has it you were seen arguing with a soldier some few days ago. A soldier with a scar over his eye.
Yes, that's right. He had a comb which he claimed was an antique. Said he wanted to trade it for a newer one. But old though it was, an antique it most certainly was not, as I told him. Nevertheless, he insisted that it was of great value and was quite vehement about my appraisal. I stood firm, however, and for all his bluster, he still purchased a new comb, albeit an inexpensive one.
And do you know where he went after that?
My customers aren't usually in the habit of telling me whither they are bound, but as it happens, this one did. Yonder ruins, strange as it may sound.
My thanks.
Not at all. I would do anything for the dame. Anything. Be sure and tell her, won't you, that I was helpful. I mean, most helpful.
Wow. Dame's pretty powerful, I guess.
As I told you, the soldier made no secret of his destination. He said the ruins were the perfect place for him to ask his beloved Dowsabel for her hand in marriage.
Dowsabel? Okay, so he took the comb. So that other girl back at Northreach at the Vale was telling me that Tatienne was really upset because the comb that the dame gave her went missing. So he took it. And I guess he didn't know it was given to her by the dame and thought it was just like some old comb she had lying around and wanted to trade it for a new one. Okay, so we're just gonna check out what's up here. Looks like a church. And I can't go inside. Okay, so one thing that I am noticing about this game is that I cannot go inside anywhere, most places. Which is unusual, because usually in Final Fantasy games you can go inside all the buildings. Although it's less common with the newer games, because with these graphics and just like the size of the game and all the mechanics now, they use a lot of resources, and studios just like can't afford to animate every single building and house. So that's why you can like go into every single house and building in like the older FF games, but here most of them are just like buildings that you can't go into. Although even, I mean, I don't know, even it is less and less, but I feel like it's still unusually like blocked off in this game. Like I feel like in the last game you could go into more buildings than you could here. Hi everybody. Hey Foribus, how are you? Thank you so much for coming in. How was your day?
It smells of death here, Torgu.
Oh. Is it gonna be one of these like... Okay, so some games like Dragon Age Inquisition, which I do really like that game. It was really fun. But in that game, like it was like every single time you went somewhere to find people, everybody was always dead. This is starting to feel like that. Like anytime you look for somebody, every time like you show up there, they're dead. Oh, I like how his voice goes all deep. He's like, get him, boy!
You know what to do, boy.
Good, thank you. What about yours? It was good, thanks. You know, it's a Friday, so normally at work on Fridays it's pretty pretty relaxed. Got any weekend plans?
You lose.
And I just like ran a bunch of errands and had dinner. Watched a movie.
Damn it all. Bodies. A man and a woman. Well, the wolves have been busy. But the blood is long dry.
So it is Tatienne and that soldier. Yannick.
So it is you. Tatienne.
If that's true, then the body next to hers will be Yannick's. The girl Yannick went off to see every night. You said her name was Tatienne.
You. Did you follow me?
Now, why would I do that? Unless you think I'd have good reason to. But no. I was sent to find Yannick. By the looks of things.
Well, I was looking for Yannick too, so we could have worked together.
We were searching for.
Nah, he was a jealous sod. Couldn't stand the thought of his woman with someone else. Then one day he sees her with a new comb. Thinks she's got herself a new gallant. Tells the garrison he's going to find the man and kill him. We know it's all talk, but then he disappears off to Moor for some dealings and doesn't come back.
If you mean this comb, it was a gift from the dame.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
If only Yannick had bothered to ask, eh? He might not be rotting on a hill.
I think he meant to ask her something else. He stole the old comb and bought her a new one in the hope they'd wed.
Wed? Where would they have gone? Certainly not back to Northreach with a dame waiting. And we all know what happens to deserters. Tell the dame I'm sorry for her loss. When the lads come to collect Yannick's body, I'll see that Tatienne is delivered to the Vale.
Is that wise?
Oh, there won't be any covering up this mess. The most we can hope for is that the dame doesn't hold it against us. Speaking of which, I saw her in Moor just now. Could you tell her what happened? Might sound better coming from you.
I need to tell Isabel. Perhaps the comb will give her something to remember Tatienne by.
I'm a little confused. He said the wolves have been busy, like, eating them, but the blood was dry, so they didn't kill them. But so at first I thought Yannick... Oh, maybe it was these ones that killed them? At first I thought Yannick killed both of them in, like, a suicide pact or something. Because he thought she was seeing somebody else because of the comb. But then we determined that he took the comb and tried to trade it for a new one so he could ask her to marry him. So I'm a little bit confused as to, like, how they actually died. Because Clive said it wasn't the wolves. Maybe when Clive tells Isabel about this, maybe we'll get a more of an explanation.
Weren't expecting any new brand.
If it was a...
You are still in one piece, I see. You will be pleased to hear that your companions have arrived. They said they would meet you at a little chapel to the east of here.
Oh, I was just at that church.
You needn't have come all this way just to tell me. I was on my way to see you.
You found her then?
Nope, no explanation. Just... Okay. I'll look this up later.
I see. My dear Tatienne. It is by no means uncommon for a client to fall for a courtesan. Especially a client who's young and far from home. But rarely do such tales have happy endings.
I found this with Tatienne. I believe it was yours.
Weathered comb. An old wooden comb gifted to Tatienne by Madame Isabel. Several of the teeth appear to have been recently broken.
Thank you for returning it. I shall see that it has a place on her pyre.
I should go.
Before you do, I have one last gift. A token of my thanks. The Veil counts among its patrons several high-ranking officers of the Imperial Army. According to one of the looser-tongued gentlemen, it would appear that the legions are planning to march south.
Or to mention the same thing.
But did he mention that it was all of the legions? This is no mere skirmish. Were I to guess, I'd say the Emperor planned to abandon the capital. But that couldn't possibly be true now, could it? Take care, Clive.
I will. And thank you again.
Abandon the capital? Why? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna look up Tatienne, because I'm still confused as to what actually happened here. Okay, so I found... See, it is confusing because I just found somebody on Reddit asking the same thing. Looks like I missed something, but how did Tatienne and Yannick actually die? If I recall correctly, a pack of wild beasts killed them and the comb was a gift from the dame. However, Yannick thought the comb was given to Tatienne by a man and got jealous, so he tried to buy a new comb to impress her, but when they both meet up, they're killed by nearby beasts. See, I interpreted it as Yannick was jealous, thinking the comb was from another man, so he stole it and bought her a new one to win her over, but when he tried to give it to her and propose at the ruins, she said no, and he killed her. And then he turned the blade on himself. That's what I thought at first too, but then Clive said, and because Clive said, looks like the wolves have been busy, but the blood is dry. So that makes me think the wolves got there after they died. Okay, but... Yeah. I guess they didn't actually have an answer. But I think what they intended was there were some raptor bodies by their bodies. So what I'm thinking is that, like, raptors killed them. And then the wolves came and, like, started eating them. Okay, how did I get up there? I guess I went this way. Because the way that they were talking about Yannick and Tatienne, it did sound like Yannick, it sounded like Yannick didn't kill her, but then they didn't really say how they died either. They definitely could have made it clearer. I think that's what they intended, though, is that the raptors killed them.
Any trouble on the way?
None worth mentioning.
As I was telling Jill, it's worse than I thought. The capital's crawling with soldiers.
And here I am, the deserter come home.
Which is why we'll be taking the back door.
This reminds me of like castles in Germany or something. In like a Disney movie. Oh, this is Oriflamme? The pleasure house is Oriflamme. Yeah, this is very like Assassin's Creed. Oh, we're already here. Okay. You don't even sneak into Oriflamme yourself? They just cut to them already there? Seems a little odd, but you don't even like get to enter Oriflamme yourself.
Cheer up, you two. Can't think of a safer place in the Empire than a...
That was a giant pillow.
Brothel.
Really? Doesn't seem very private.
So then, how do we proceed?
We'll be using the glass gate. Tonight, just after sunset.
Where the shards are loaded for transport. That is one of the most heavily guarded points in all of Sambrec.
But not the most, which is a start. Besides, I know a shortcut straight to the heart.
Bro, he's got a plan. Just trust.
And how exactly did you come to know about this fatal chink in the Empire's armor?
Let's just say I may have attempted something similar before.
Oh boy.
And may have ended up running for dear life after being discovered by Bahamut.
Oh my god. Okay, so Bahamut is the prince.
If the mother crystals truly are the cause of the blight.
If? You wound me, Jill.
What I'm trying to say is, if the powers that be know all of this, why do they sit idle and allow it to continue?
In case you haven't noticed, the God-fearing people of this realm and their pious leaders care for but one thing, themselves. And they'll do whatever it takes to hold on to power. The rest of us are just a means to an end. The moment you raise your voice against them, you're decried as an outlaw, clapped in irons and slung in a cell to rot.
An outlaw.
Whoever controls the crystals controls the realm. But our kind can wield magic without them. To our rulers, we must seem the most convenient of tools. And the most dangerous.
But what makes them think they have the right to use us? To leave us to die when our bodies are spent?
Does a nobleman weep for a broken mug? A torn tunic? Our fate means nothing to them.
Yeah, like where have you been? Like, if they're slaves, if you're slaves, then they don't think you're human.
With words. Believe me, I've tried, but nothing ever gets through. The world is simply not ready to listen. So to hell with talking. If they won't give us a say, we'll decide our fates another way. You can't blame a man for wanting to bring an end to all this, can you?
I can't. But what of all the people you mean to rob of their comforts? Are you happy for them to call you outlaw?
Sid the Outlaw. Aye, that'll do me.
You might at least pretend to take this seriously.
Have a little faith, Jill. Even if you don't think much of my choice of digs. If it means my deeds will be remembered, I'll gladly play the role of villain. But first, we have a gate to crash. And once we're in, there'll be no turning back. So you best make ready. The world won't save itself.
So the blight is... Okay, so the blight is when... is like that area we visited where nothing was growing. Because all the ether is being sucked out of the air. Basically, like the world's life force is being sucked into all the mother crystals. At least that's Sid's theory. The Dragon's Eyrie, or emerald blades down by the mere do hoary wyvern roam. Their tempers hot, their iron cold, the airy air their home. Have I been here? I don't think so. Care Norvent Glorious Gate. Here, along the primary trade route linking the Crystal Belt and the Holy Empire, soldiers have long kept watch on travelers making for the holy capital of Oriflamme and her mother crystal Drake's Head. Lost Wing. Orabel Downs. Okay, so I haven't been to these two places. Oh, what's over here? Looks like another mother crystal. Let's check out what this place is. And maybe I'll go back to the hideaway and see if I can craft anything new. Do I have Jill and Sid? No? I just have Torgal. Dragon net.
Get him, boy.
Way lower level than me. I'm at level 21, I think.
Finished.
I'm level 23. Ability points. Let's see, what do I want to upgrade? Oh, I can upgrade my limit break. Okay, maybe we'll save up for that. Yeah, I think we'll save up for that. I mean, we're pretty close to getting 1,000. So I think we'll use this area here to grind, get some more experience and ability points. Although they are pretty low level for me.
Over here.
I don't know how helpful this will be.
Sick of Torgal.
Why do I not have Jill and Sid with me?
Over here.
Okay, so I guess that wasn't Oriflamme where we were?
You know what to do, boy. Sick of Torgal. Get him, boy. Let's make this quick. There, boy. Not this time. Get him, boy.
Dragon nets are not very powerful. Can't open the gate to that.
Get him. Sick of Torgal. Get him.
Yeah, these enemies are pretty low level. But this area wasn't accessible to me before, I don't think.
Get
I guess if I had Jill and Sid with me, these enemies would be even easier. Dragon Avis. Okay, I know these enemies are pretty tough. However, this is a level 15.
Get him, boy.
It does have a lot of hit points, but it got staggered very quickly. Yeah, even for being 8 levels above it, still has a ton of hit points.
Get him, boy. Sick of Toggle.
So what is in here even? Like, is this just a random little area just so you can like grind levels?
Get him. Sick of Toggle. Get him, boy. There, boy. Get him. There, boy.
Okay, there's an item over here, but I must have picked it up during the battle and I don't even know what it was. Okay, glorious. Okay, so we are getting somewhere. I guess it's not just a random area with enemies, there is something here.
Didn't that tower used to be taller?
I reckon they'll be in need of a good mason.
Get him, boy.
Alright, and we're almost at 1,000 ability points, so I can almost upgrade my limit break. Okay, so Deadly Embrace is definitely better for flying enemies. Nice. Okay, I guess I can fight these guys. Ah, 1,000. Okay. Can upgrade the limit break. Master. Nice. Well, okay, so wait a minute. If I master it, so there's only 2 levels of limit break?
Get him. Sick of Toggle.
Imperial War Avis. Avis. Oh, I got 3. I have 3 bars now of limit break. Oh, okay. So I reached the end of this area, I guess. Open up the map. Okay, so yeah, it is just this like small little area, but there is something up here.
You know what to do, boy. Let's make this quick.
Fly. Now that it's hot, there's always bugs and flies in my house.
Get him.
I mean, there's usually bugs around because it's Texas. And bugs thrive in warm weather. And they grow gigantic. But at least there's less of them when it's cold.
Over here. Get him, boy.
Okay, well, here's a gate that I can't go through. I'm assuming this will come later in the story, but yeah, this is just like a little area. This is the whole thing. Glorious. Alright, well, I guess we could check out this area? Wait a minute. Did I go here and then come down to... Let me travel here and open the map. I think that is what happened. I think I traveled here first. And then I went all the way down here, which is the other... this other point here. Alright. Well, in that case, let's go here to Drake's Head. Yeah. Alright, let's move on in the story. You have reached a pivotal moment in the story. If you continue, you will not be able to return. Proceed. Oh. Okay, good thing that they warned me. Okay, that means then I'm gonna go run back to the hideaway and see if I can craft anything. I do like it when they warn you, because like in Zelda, they don't warn you. But Zelda's more difficult that way in the sense that they don't really tell you things. So in Zelda, like I didn't realize when I would be going into a point of no return. And I had to like go fight Ganon when I could have like fused some stuff to my weapon, to the Master Sword. That would have been given me a higher attack power, but I didn't know I couldn't like go back. I couldn't like fast travel out of a point where I was because they didn't tell me. But that's just how Zelda is. Flame tongue. With a tongue of flame spake he the words of destruction. Storm cry, fire shard, meteorite. Oh, so you needed, that's very interesting. You needed to make the sword with the wind shard you got first in order to make flame tongue. I mean, it's a better sword, so we're gonna get it.
Last you a good while.
Okay, and I've got all the best gear I can have at this moment. Okay, well, I can't reinforce my sword right now. I can't reinforce anything that I have equipped right now.
That it?
Okay, so that's fine. Let's see. I don't think I need anything. I'm all stocked up on potions and healing items. Okay. All right, so well, actually, first we're gonna save. But I think I'm pretty good on levels and abilities. I think I'm probably over leveled actually. All right, so at this point, I am going to take a quick break. I will be right back, and then once I come back, we are going to go start the next part of the quest. It looks like after I start this quest, I won't be able to return to any of these travel points for a while, but that's okay because honestly there wasn't that much in any of them. So, all right, I will be right back. All right, so we are back. However, I was thinking while I was on my break, let me pull up a walkthrough. I just want to see how far I am into the game, because saying that I'm reaching a point where I can't go back is kind of like, okay, I guess that means I don't think I'm like almost at the end, but That must mean I'm at like I'm a pretty good way through. Okay, so judging by the side quests, it looks like I'm through like the first quarter of the game. I mean, I'm sure I can come back here at some point, but for a while it doesn't look like we can go back. But I mean, there really isn't. I've done all the side quests that are available, so there's really nothing else in here except enemies. So we're gonna go for it. Okay, travel to Drake's Head. We can proceed, yes. Oh, Torgal's such a good boy.
There are not nearly enough men here.
Then it's fortunate the city guard doesn't take sentry assignment as seriously as you do. This bodes well.
Won't be a first. This may not be such a terrible plan after all.
Oh, okay.
What exactly is that supposed to mean?
Only that your last secret shortcut was nowhere near as secret as you claimed.
Yeah, but that's half the fun of it. Life's too short for perfect plans.
I like Sid.
Keep you on your toes, stop you growing old and complacent.
Worked for you, has it?
Very much.
Right, my boy. Even life's smallest challenges offer the opportunity to grow and to change. You must embrace these moments.
Oh, that's smart.
Allow them to suffuse your heart with a deep sense of fulfillment.
Narrowly escaping death at the hands of an enemy is not my idea of fulfillment.
Something wrong?
Not at all. Just wondering if the two of you had finished.
Right, we make
I'm jealous sick of them.
as planned. Destroy it and the whole thing should come tumbling down.
And if the passage to the inner sanctum is guarded?
Then we embrace the moment and use it to grow and change.
Oh my god. Sid would be a fun friend to have around.
Come on, this way. Try to stay out of sight.
Obviously.
Okay, well, he just wanted to be sure.
The passage is empty.
Ew. There are rats running around. What's down there? Ah, treasure chest. $800 gil, nice. However, how much gil do I have? $36,000. Gil is pretty easy to come by. Okay, the mother crystals. Though the people of Valsea rely on the crystal mine from these mountains in their everyday lives and flock to the ether-rich lands around them in pursuit of their blessing, Sid posits that it is in fact the mother crystals and their ability to draw ether from the earth that is the reason for the Deadlands' advance. The few who learn the truth are hunted down by those in positions of power. Those who power rests on their control of this crucial resource. Okay, so it seems to me that it makes sense that the crystals would be absorbing the ether, because if people are mining smaller crystals from the mother crystals, then it sounds like they're trying to heal themselves by absorbing the ether from the land and trying to restore what they've lost from people mining them. This reminds me of the FF7 story. So in FF7, the planet had like a life force, and there's like this evil corporation, Shinra, and they would like basically like mine this life source from the planet. Even though it was killing the planet, they didn't care because they profited off of it. So even though they were like destroying the planet, like they were still like taking this lifeblood or life force from the planet. Okay, so there's looks like there's a new entry on Sid. Leader of the Hideaway and dominant of Rama, Warden of Thunder. In his quest to create a world where bearers and dominants can die on their own terms, he unearthed a shocking truth, that the mother crystals were the cause of the all-consuming blight. Well, that's his theory. He makes plans to see the mother's fall, that Valsea and her people might be saved. To see the mother's fall. Okay, so yeah, I guess I'm not understanding the plan either, really, because so we want to destroy. So okay, so he wants to destroy the crystals. I guess that makes sense, because if the crystals are absorbing the ether, if we destroy the crystals, then the ether will go back out into the world. Okay, so never mind. Answer my own question. Jill Warwick, dominant of Shiva and Clive's childhood friend. After Clive and Sid spirited her away from the battlefield where she is being forced to fight for the Iron Blood, Jill was placed in the care of the Hideaway's talented physicier, Tarja, who nursed her back to health. Finally awake after her long period of convalescence, she sets out with Clive to discover the truth of their past. What are these words? Like, this game is using these like big words that I don't know what they mean. A mother crystal situated on the Sea of Grace in northern Sandbreck. Drake's Head towers over the holy capital of Oriflamme, its mighty form a testament to the power and permanence of the Empire. However, mysterious ether floods and the specter of the ever-encroaching blight have led some in power to call that permanence into question.
All right, not quite empty. Let's get this over with.
One single man from reaching the sanctum, so shut your gob and keep your eyes open.
Well, it's been too long without a fight.
I swear this passage used to be secret.
Of course it did.
Perfect plan, Clive. Perfect plan.
You know what's
So, if their level is any indication of what level I should be at, they're level 21, and I'm level, I think I'm level 24 now. So I should be a little bit over leveled. Why wouldn't you just use your sword?
A chance.
You're welcome.
The main tunnel.
That would be my guess. There are sentries everywhere.
We could take him. Bro, you can use magic. I don't know why we wouldn't win a fight against people who can't cast magic. I mean, even if we were outnumbered, like, you can take out, like, 50 people at once with magic. Why is Clive is always so worried?
We might have a bit more company from now on.
Oh boy, okay, that is a lot of people. All right, we can take him though, especially with Clive and Jill here.
Come from?
Summon the cannoneer at once.
Get him!
Wait a minute. I still don't know why we're worried, because there are 3 of us that can use magic, and we have a dog. A huge dog.
I think this may be the moment I was talking about earlier.
What
Oh shit.
have we here? More insects come to be squashed.
Okay, I guess the magic can only go so far.
Walter and I, only too happy to oblige.
With a talker.
Then let's shut him up.
Alright. See, we got limit breaks though.
Something in the air.
Ether. It's ether.
Then we better make this quick.
Alright, I think I'm gonna stagger him and then activate my limit break. Okay, so the ether does... Oh, what does that mean? The ether... Okay, the ether does something to them.
Save you, Lizzie. I'm getting on in return. There's nothing left of it but hatred and rage.
Let's end his torment.
Imperial cannon or... Already staggered. Okay, he's not too difficult. I am a little bit over leveled. But still, I don't know. I'm only 3 levels above what I should be. I just feel like they made this game like pretty easy. I mean, I'm on normal difficulty. The Favor of the Inferno. residual fire ether that, having failed to dissipate on the battlefield, has instead manifested into a solid form not unlike crystal, but with an elemental purity that renders it far more potent, if not highly specialized in its applications. Okay, so all of these favor things are the same description. Increase ignition damage by 12%. Okay, that's great, except I don't use ignition. I'm not a big fan of that ability. Okay, I really didn't lose that much health.
Used to that. Akashic or no, he was still a man.
Akashic.
A man who drowned in ether.
No, I'm not understanding what that means. A man drowned in ether. Okay, I guess that's what that means. I think.
Come on.
When the ether turns somebody into that, I guess. But then how come does it not affect bearers?
Sentence in this place. Not that Sylvester cares.
Akashic. Okay, here's an entry on it. The irreversible change brought about by a living being's overexposure to ether. Creatures are stripped of any intelligence or sense of self they may once have had, and become suffused with life force, usually manifesting as extreme strength and aggression. Flora can also turn, resulting in their twisted overgrowth. Those with ethereal tolerance, however, such as dominance and bearers, are less likely to turn Akashic. Okay, so that's, yeah, that was my question. So I guess because they're already magic, they have a higher tolerance to ether. Okay, so if you are taken over by the ether, so it's kind of like a zombie, or like in The Last of Us, when the cordyceps takes over, it turns you into a monster. So wait a minute. If we destroy the crystals, wouldn't that release a whole bunch of ether where people will get overexposed to it and turn Akashic? Also, why is it called Akashic? There's so many. Every time this game like brings something up, I have so many questions.
My friends, who said being a dominant doesn't have its benefits.
Sid, this is an ether flood.
There shouldn't be one here, should there?
An ether flood.
Survive this?
Well, it wasn't here last time, I can tell you that. Which means we need to be quick. The ether won't hurt us, but I'd rather not find out what it's done to everyone else.
Oh, wait a minute. So this entry, though, it says dominants and bearers are less likely to turn Akashic, but it doesn't say they're immune. But what Sid just said implies that we're immune. Come on, Final Fantasy. Consistency. I need some consistency here. I guess we are immune, though, according to Sid. So these have to be Akashic. Yep, Akashic minor.
Yes. The gods.
Mr. Boss said she thought the Empire might be planning to abandon the capital. Could this be why?
That's what I said when she...
Never mind. If ever there was a reason to up sticks, an ether flood would be it. Those carpenters they came. They weren't there to keep people out.
They were there to keep the Akashic in.
Stay down!
Yeah, when the dame said that Imperial officer said that they were leaving, like all the legions were going to march, I was like, why would they do that? Well, I guess I have my answer. So, and then Sid was like, what? She said you could call her Isabel? Guess he wasn't expecting that. Isabel definitely liked Clive, though. She definitely thought he was cute. So that would be why. The game looks way better on Streamlabs than it does on my screen, but then again, I guess what I'm playing on is like it's like a TV. It's not a gaming monitor, and then my other monitor is like an actual gaming monitor, so everything looks better on that monitor. I mean, the other one isn't even really a monitor; it's a TV. Dude, you can walk all on that left. You can walk on the left side. There's a whole board there that's not broken. I guess Sid would be the heaviest one.
Some help.
Hold on.
Okay, he really did not have to jump if he didn't want to. There was a whole board on the left that he could have walked on, or he could have held on to. He could have held onto the side.
Spry as I used to be.
I'll take that as a thank you.
Well, you're the biggest one.
At least you won't get lost.
Actually, it looks like Clive's taller, but Sid is bulkier. Clive is definitely skinnier. Not as muscular. Okay, I will say one thing about this game and its combat, like it makes you always want to fight. Like even in that little area, I was like, where is the next fight? War Cry. Some opponents will use the ability War Cry to invigorate themselves, enhancing their performance in battle. Look for the, what is that? It's like a sword icon, I guess? And try and defeat them before they can deal too much damage. I think that's a sword. It's like really tiny, but I think it's a sword. Yeah, that would make sense. A sword and an arrow going up because they're increasing their attack.
Get him! You know what to do, boy.
How did somebody get all the way over there? Akashic Captain. Or Akashic? I can't remember if it's Akashic or Akashic. I think it's Akashic. Ether floods, okay. So every time I hear a new term, I'm guessing it shows up in here in the active time lore. Pools of concentrated ether that form on the land surface thought to be caused by an imbalance in its diffusion beneath. Though ether is usually invisible, at flood level concentrations it takes on a blue glow. Those with a natural ethereal tolerance can survive exposure to a flood, at least for a short time, but most living things will eventually succumb to its effects, losing their minds and turning Akashic. Okay, so we're not immune. But this is, I mean, we've definitely been down here longer than a short time. So we've been exposed to the ether flood for a while. I mean, I think they should have just made them immune. Because it doesn't make sense that we would be down here for so long without turning Akashic. Or Akashic. And why do they call it that anyway? Akashic? I mean, well, it would make more sense with the gameplay, but it would make even less sense because, well, I've been wondering, how is it that the people that can cast magic are enslaved by the people that don't cast magic. And how is it that, like, the people that don't cast magic think of the bearers as subhuman? Like, wouldn't you be more advanced as a... Wouldn't you be more evolved as a human if you could cast magic? Like, they can do something that you can't, but they're less human? So I guess it would just add on to their abilities if they could be immune to ether floods. But it doesn't make sense with us being down here for so long. Doesn't make sense that we're not immune. Okay, and then, you know, items are also... They have like a blue glowy thing. So it's hard to tell where items are when everything's just like glowing blue. Was this the way we're supposed to go? I think so. Not what I wanted. Oh, do I have a map? I don't have a map. Okay, let me go this way. See what's over here. Oh, and it looks like a dead end. But there is an item down there. Oh, and a treasure chest. Okay, used another potion because I didn't have enough room, but I'm pretty sure I'm at full health with all the potions that I've picked up. Oh! Okay, they just came out and followed me here. That's fine.
It's over.
So definitely this way is the right way to go. I think they just came from here. 2 gil relief, that's all you're gonna give me?
You know what to do, boy.
Ow, that is the most stagger damage I've ever done.
This time.
Still at full health. Okay, let me see if I've got any ability upgrades. Okay, well, you know what? Actually, maybe I'll save up for mastering my limit break. That would be nice. Okay, so there's a path down there. Oh, I thought there was a path over here, but I guess not. This game is pretty linear. Not that I'm complaining. I mean, I like linear games. I'm just noticing it's fairly linear, which is unusual for Final Fantasy. When FF13 came out, that was a pretty linear game, which I really liked FF13 actually. Most people hated it, but I liked it. I mean, it doesn't always have to be an open world game, you know? Sometimes I like having just a linear game. I don't like to do too much stuff. Oh, it's an even better sword than I have now. Coral, while razor sharp, is also painfully brittle, which is why its use in all but the most primitive of weapons is almost unheard of. This sword of unknown provenance, however, is possessed of a remarkable rigidity, while maintaining an edge that rivals that of Odin's blade. I'll probably keep the Flame Tongue and the Invictus, though. Actually, I'm not even sure I could sell those, because I think I went to sell something, like, just to see what I could sell, and I don't even think they were on the list.
I see they replaced that wooden door with something a little more sturdy. On the count of 3.
Dude, melt it. You have fire magic.
3. What happened to 2?
Ask 1.
Once more.
What? I'm confused. Are we timing this?
Seeing as you're trying now.
Or I have an idea. Jill can freeze it, and then we can smash it. Oh, I guess you just had to do it 3 times.
That was gonna keep us out.
I don't know. I think it would have been better if you had to time it. So when Clive says, you know, when he counts to 3, he says 1, 2, 3, then you have to press R2. Like, even that would have been more of a puzzle than just
the mother crystal's just
pressing R2 3 times.
Is it? I can't see a thing.
Well, unless someone's moved it. There's no one about.
I knew it would be big. But this...
Well, you said yourself that some of the crystals are the size of mountains.
Our way into the inner sanctum. You'd think they'd have patched that up by now. Sorry state the Empire's in.
Wait. You don't mean...
Aye. My little game of hide-and-seek with Bahamut ended here. At tragic cost to this remarkable architecture. Don't blame me, he started it.
But how did he make it out alive?
I walked. You should try it.
Oh, Sid. He's the best. He's my favorite so far. He's spicy. He is spicy and sassy. I like that. I like that in a person. Because I am also spicy and sassy. But kind of in like a dry way. Like a dry, sarcastic way. Oh.
No.
Where did these guys come from?
Is there something you two want to tell me?
Maybe later.
Wait, what? We've fought these before? I don't remember these guys.
Those creatures from Phoenix Gate be here in the mines?
Are the two places connected somehow?
Oh, they were from the Phoenix Gate? Okay, I don't remember those. Fought a lot of stuff. Oh, pretty. It's like, it looks like, though, it doesn't look like one giant crystal. It's like made up of a ton of tiny crystals. It's pretty, though. Oh, there's a waterfall? Where's that water coming from? Yo there, Rebecca and everyone. How's it going this Friday night or day? Hey, Bahamut! It's going well. How are you? Happy Friday. How was your day? Thank you for coming in. So this reminds me of FF12 because FF12 had these like big like platform areas like this. Oh, what is this? A lick. A lich? Lick? I don't know how to pronounce this.
Get him, boy. There, boy.
Alright, I gotta get rid of you. Basic video game strategy, get rid of the smaller minions so you can focus on the big boss, or big enemy. I guess this is not really a boss.
You know what to do, boy. Sick of Toggle.
I like how they make Torgal bark every once in a while. Because dogs do bark when they're like, they're excited or, I mean, and not necessarily excited in a good way, but they're just like amped up, like Torgal would definitely be amped up in a battle. If you ever see dogs in agility competitions, they bark a lot because it's just, like they're just all amped up on adrenaline.
Get him. Get him, boy. You know what to do.
I'm doing great, just relaxing after a long, busy day. Nice. What did you do today? Okay, so this is a good sign about the combat, that it always makes you want to fight stuff. That means the combat is fun.
When I was in the Imperial Army, soldiers assigned to the Glass Gate would tell stories about something they called the Guardian.
Can't say I saw anything like that when I was last here. Then again, I can't say I made it this far.
Let's just be careful then.
The Guardian, of course. That's gonna be a boss. This looks like a boss arena. It's a big area. And they did give me... Is this a potion? Yep, they're giving me a bunch of potions. Pretty sure we're gonna find out what this Guardian is, so we're gonna save. Oh my god! Look at Jill's icon. And... Or what do you call these? Character models? Avatars? And Sid's? Torgles is so cute. I love that. I love in this game. I love that they've like just done all these callbacks and throwbacks to OG Final Fantasy stuff. Although I guess you wouldn't really understand if you weren't already a Final Fantasy fan. Not that I'm trying to like gatekeep or anything. I'm just saying like you just like wouldn't get the references. Okay, so if we do we want to, if we're gonna go up against a boss, do we want Flames of Rebirth? That's a very powerful, extremely powerful fire ability, but it takes a really long time to cool down. I think that's fine. So I have two extremely powerful abilities, but they take a really long time to cool down. But I think that's okay. Okay, I think we're good. There is no way this is not a boss arena. I mean, look at this area.
Where did that come from?
I think we're about to find out. Oh!
If I had to guess...
That's the Guardian. It's like an ice dragon.
Another victim of the flood.
Oh, it's so cool looking.
Well, if it's a fight he wants.
Ready, Clive?
Akashic dragon.
Always.
She asked me if I was ready after we already started the fight. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm gonna have to be ready. Cleaning some stuff and fixing a few things. Nice. I need to clean some stuff myself. I just like, it's hard to find the time. It does help that I work from home, so if I ever get a few minutes, I try to like clean up here and there. But I don't think, there's no way I could manage my life if I didn't work from home. Like, I couldn't do modeling, take care of my dog, and do content creation without working from home. And there's so many people that are like, oh, I could never work from home because I would miss like seeing people in person. But I mean, for me, it's not that I like don't want to see people, but I think communicating through a computer, like, and just like online through phone or like text, I think it's just different. You have to be an extra like good communicator through phone and text. But I've become really good friends with people without ever meeting them in real life.
Where's he off to now?
Some of my streamer friends, I don't even know what they look like. So, working from home, it gives me more time to just like clean up and do things around the house, spend more time with my dog. Because at least working from home, like my dog doesn't have to be cooped up in his crate all day. I mean, he doesn't really do anything. Like, it's not like he's like bothering me while I'm working or anything. Oh, they have an animation for the deadly embrace for like a boss like this. That's pretty cool. All right, so like so far, yeah, he's a tough boss, but I'm not having like any major problems. Dragon dance. No. Okay. You want to dance, buddy? What? I definitely dodged that.
Get him. You know what to do. Sick of Toggle.
So you got any plans for the weekend, Bahamut? Semi-prime finish. I guess that means I killed it with my limit break on. Black blood. A thick, oily substance sometimes found pooling in newly formed wounds in the earth, such as cracks left by tremors or the passing of an icon. Though it burns as hot and bright as any crystal, the liquid has until recently been largely ignored by the people of Valisea due to the acrid smoke it emits when ignited. Valuable can be traded for gil, so the only thing I can do is sell it. So, wait a minute, why do people want to buy it? A thick, oily substance sometimes found pooling in newly formed wounds in the earth, such as cracks left by tremors or the passing of an icon. Though it burns as hot and bright as any crystal. Okay, yeah, this doesn't say anything about why people would want to buy it. My dog just likes to jump on me when I come back home. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I guess, like, I mean, it's, yeah, that's, which is totally normal for a dog. Like, they're excited when you get home. But I'm home. Since I'm home most of the time, I guess my dog is used to me being home. But even if I go out, like, even if I just like go out to like run errands, like if I just like go run out to Target for like half an hour, I taught him not to jump on people, so he doesn't jump, but he's still pretty excited when I get home. Even if I haven't been gone for that long. But I guess, you know, dogs, they don't know you know, they don't know when you leave. They don't know if you're ever coming back every single time. Oh, Torgal's so worried about her. That's so cute. He's like, are you okay? Are you okay, Jill?
Chances are the palace guard knows we're here. We should move. Not that any sane commander would send his men into a place awash with this much ether. Clive. If this all works, and the blessing fades, things are likely to get worse for our kind before they get better. Being the last to wield ether will make our talents that much more sought after, by which I mean hunted. I just hope, in the end, they'll see that we didn't have any other choice, that it was the only way to get us to a better place.
And here I was thinking I was the uncertain one.
Everyone always thinks they're doing the right thing, huh?
2 out of 3 of us have faith in you.
Then it all starts here. Time to earn that menacing title. Sid the Vicious, was it?
Sid the Outlaw. Alright, I mean, I made out pretty well. I didn't really struggle during the fight. I wonder if that was just a mini boss though, because
Second thoughts?
Not me.
they didn't have any cinematic.
To the end, Sid.
Then what are we waiting for?
They didn't have any cinematic strikes or clashes or evasions. I think they only saved those for the big bosses. Nice. Restored my potions. I only used 2 during that battle. And it wasn't even... They weren't even high potions. Oh, they gave me another potion. Couldn't even carry anymore, so it just healed me with another potion. I guess if they allowed you to carry as many potions up to 99, then this game would be super easy. Because you just potion it up all you want. I mean, I can only carry 7 potions because it only allows me to carry 4 potions and 3 high potions right now. I don't know if I can ever upgrade these. But considering that I got through that fight only with 2 regular potions, if they allowed me to carry 99 potions and 99 high potions, yeah, this game would be insanely easy. I'm going to run a track in the morning and take a nap in my hammock. Nice. That sounds like a great weekend, honestly.
It's beautiful.
Of Sunbreak.
That is very Final Fantasy music. Oh. Is that how you destroy one?
That didn't work.
Okay, I guess not.
I think we're gonna need a bigger sword.
Mine's bigger.
No, it's not. It's the same size.
You, Clive, but I meant that figuratively. The core's clearly made of sterner stuff. Tyler's going to have a fit when she hears about this. Stand back. It's about to get cramped in here.
Oh, he's gonna lightning it. Couldn't they try magic on it first before you do that? I do wonder why it's turning into Rama seems to affect Sid physically more than...
That's more like
Jill and Clive when they turn into their icons. Oh! Oh, that destroyed it.
Clive, look.
What is that?
Yeah, this is concerning. Oh.
Sid!
Oh. I don't like that at all. That's concerning. Oh.
Ifrit, I need Ifrit.
What is that?
Come to me. I can't do this without you.
What about you, Rebecca? What are your plans? Guess I don't really have any. I have to bring in my car tomorrow morning for an inspection. Other than that, probably just playing more FF16. Playing with my dog. Cleaning up some stuff. So running errands. I gotta return some stuff to Marshall's.
Hold on.
What is that thing? Wait a minute. What happened? Did he take Clive? I guess so.
Where the hell am I?
Well, this can't be good. Oh. Okay. This is scary.
I've been here before.
What? We have? Typhon has been repelled. Typhon? So that's another summon. This insolence shall not go unpunished. Dominant.
You again. Where are you? What do you want? Fuck. It's still alive.
No language. I mean, where did he even come from, though? Like, I don't understand what the portal thing is. So I noticed we really don't have any long range things. Like everything is close combat, and both iconic abilities are to bring you closer or to bring the enemies closer to you. And even his magic doesn't reach that far. And even the Deadly Embrace, which brings enemies closer to you, and then the Phoenix Shift, which brings you closer to the enemies. It's like a little teleport. It doesn't get you all the way, it only does a certain distance. Okay, so I'm guessing this is going to be a battle where we have to turn into Ifrit and fight a giant summon. Okay. Did he just absorb that?
Power isn't yours.
Oh, he did. So they can just absorb each other's powers?
But this is mine.
They really embrace these like big, dramatic, epic battles. Everything's all like cinematic. All right, so he can control it after all. Embodying Ifrit again. Controls for Ifrit are as follows. Melee attack, range attack, evade, jump. Ability mastery is shared with Clive. Backdraft. Press triangle after executing a fireball burst, the iconic version of Clive's magic burst, to perform a devastating melee finish known as Backdraft. Wildfire. Use circle to sprint over an extended distance. Hold circle to lengthen sprint duration and use L while sprinting to change direction. Other abilities. All abilities available while embodying Ifrit can be confirmed on the Abilities tab in the main menu. So the circle thing is kind of like the Phoenix Shift, just to get you closer. Okay, how did he teleport that far? Dodging like wildfire. Using L while holding circle is an effective method to avoid Typhon's wide-scale attacks. Alright, he was easy enough.
It's done.
Who is talking to him? Who's we? Oh, we're not done yet. Okay, why are there so many of him?
How many more could there be?
What? I don't understand what is happening. Did he absorb Ifrit's power also? Okay. I got multiple arms now. Oh, okay. Is this a test?
As you wish.
Type on the transgressor. So, how was I supposed to avoid that? Firelight. What's firelight? Oh, it's like a potion. Ouch. How am I supposed to avoid these? Damn it. Oh my god. Okay, also, if Clive is in control of Ifrit, how does he, like, all of a sudden know how to fight as Ifrit? You know what I mean? Like, just because you can turn into it, it doesn't mean that you know what to do with its powers. Hellfire! So, fun fact, if you didn't know, Hellfire is the name of the attack of, you know, when you summon Ifrit in previous Final Fantasies. Shiva and Ifrit, they're very classic Final Fantasy summons. Shiva's attack was called Diamond Dust. Ifrit was Hellfire. Like, how does he know how to do? Oh, he caught that, really? How did he catch that? Hey, Rebecca, how are you? How's 16? Hey, Milvester. I'm good. How are you? Thanks for coming in. It's good. A few flaws, but overall, it's pretty fun. How's your week been? 200 ability points. Nice. The Breath of Fire reduces Flames of Rebirth cooldown time by 12 seconds. Wow, that's pretty big. I might swap that out for my defense accessory. Last of Us Remake blew me away. Oh yeah? Oh, poor Torgal. He's like, wake up, Clive.
Clive.
Well, enjoy your nap.
You're wounded.
This? It's only a scratch. All right, the hole.
We'll find you a healer.
Here? No, you won't.
Well, he survived the last time. Oh. So he's getting Typhon's power. Why is Clive?
I know who you are. And if you think I'm gonna let you have him. Think again.
Wait, what? Wait, so who was that? Been great, enjoying the warm weather on East Coast. Lots of muggy haze, sunny and rain. Oh yeah, it's been really hot here too. We've been under a heat wave, even for Texas. It's basically the original with makeup. It's like J-Lo with makeup. Yeah. Nice. Well, everything's better with makeup, I guess.
Try not to talk.
Clive. For so long, I thought I had all the answers. But then I met you. And I learned it wasn't a good death we should be fighting for, but a better life.
Now you realize that?
Reclaiming his fate. But if he can't choose how he meets it, what's the point? So, I made a choice.
He's giving me Rama.
The rest is in your hands. The crystal's blessing is a prison, Clive. And if it's an outlaw the world needs to help it break free. Stop. Please. I can think of none better than you.
Aww. Oh, Sid was the best. Oh, Torgal. I just can't wait to try FF7R.
Grip, let ember glow, to kindle.
I'm so relaxed now because I finished so many playthroughs. Nice. I just got Last of Us Remake and Rift Apart before FF7R. The Last of Us Remake is so good. It's part 2 with the original. Nice. So what about the remake makes it so good? Did you hear about Gustavo Santanella accidentally leaked Last of Us 2 Director's Cut for PS5 in a podcast? No, I didn't. Who's that? And what podcast? Because I want to listen.
I'm sorry, Clive. Had I arrived but a moment sooner.
The graphics. It looks so real. Oh, really?
Do you remember me, boy?
And I thought that they were super realistic when it first came out.
Protect them. That was very brave.
So that is Joshua?
I know you're there, Ultima.
Ultima.
You have learned our name. What else have you learned, Phoenix?
Oh, that's Ultima, not Typhon.
My travels have revealed much about you and your ambitions. I know that it was you who tore me from my brother. And I know that it is his power that you seek. But know this. If you want him, you'll have to go through me.
Very well.
Breath of mine ancestors, fill these lungs that I may dispel the songs of suffering.
A disturbance.
We'll leave.
Ultima's like almost like a robot. So if Joshua was alive all this time, What has he been doing, and why didn't he tell Clive? Or maybe he did die, but he's the Phoenix. He rises again.
We have come to claim our vessel.
And I said no.
These flames are nothing.
Torgal's like, what is happening?
Yours is a fleeting form. I'm not fool enough to think I can harm you. But to protect my brother, I don't have to.
Yeah, that's him, I guess. He's the music composer for the series. Okay. Well, Last of Us Remake looks so real, it feels like PS3 times 2. Did you catch the All-Star game in Home Run Derby? I did not.
Have you forgotten already?
Another Dominican wins the HR Derby, and it's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. One Soto won last year. Oh, yeah. No, I'm not. I don't watch much baseball these days. Unfortunately, I haven't really had the time to keep up with baseball.
Just try and get to my brother now. Fiend.
How was it, though? Did you watch it? His dad and Junior are the only dad and son duo to win a HR Derby. Oh, really? That's pretty cool. Also, the Yankee Perfect Game by Domingo German. Yeah, I did the, well, the ASD I did not, but the ASD I did, but not the Derby. Okay. How was the All-Star game? Is this the hideaway?
Again! Find Sid! Are all fucking dead! Sid, help us! Where is he? You'll do! Bastard!
Gab, we've got to go!
Not without this!
This is so bloody for a Final Fantasy.
Sid is not among the dead. Shall I send a Stolas?
That won't be necessary.
I love Vlad Guerrero Jr. He's basically the body and power of his dad, but with speed, it's crazy. His dad wasn't that fast. Oh, really? ASG was good. My Yankee Garrett Cole was the AL starter. I went to his game at the Yankee Stadium last year versus the Mariners, and he gave up 3 HRs in the first inning. Oh, really? Well, that's unfortunate. It was a close game, but NL won late in the 8th. Really? Well, I'm not sure who won last year, but the AL usually wins, so I guess the NL can have their chance. 3-2 NL victory, and it snapped the NL losing streak again versus AL. Okay, yeah. I knew the AL usually wins.
The finest silks from the master weavers of Randalar. Come, feel its softness.
Chocobo
Make a nice
steaks,
gift for your
chocobo
wife.
sausage, all from greens-fed farm birds. None of the old courses you'll find elsewhere. Here, take a bite.
I've got peppers and peas, beans and beets. If it goes in a pot, I've got the lot.
Curatives, restoratives,
Look all you like, sir. It's all fresh. Picked this very morning.
restoratives, unguents, ointments, poultices.
I feel like I'm playing an Assassin's Creed game, not a Final Fantasy.
Unguents, ointments, poultices.
It's like a Assassin's Creed Final Fantasy crossover.
To ease the aches of the road. I'm sorry. I wish you well, but may the mothers guide you. Calmatives, curatives, restoratives, unguents, ointments, poultices.
I miss when the All-Star Game team winner gets home field advantage in the World Series. But then MLB changed the CBA with the new one and got rid of the ASG home field advantage winner. Yeah, me too. 5 years later? What? Year of the Realm 878. Okay.
Good to see you, Sid.
Didn't think there would be a time skip.
What have we learned?
Wait, so this is another 5 years later? So first we went 13 years later, and now we're another 5.
On the edge of town. And I hardly need tell you who is there to make sure they stay that way.
Kupka's private guard.
It's a trap. And not a very good one at that.
Another? What does he hope to gain?
This is the biggest time skip they've done in a Final Fantasy.
Free before nightfall.
You do nothing of the sort. Our comrades didn't give their lives for you to get your throat slit in a god's forsaken slum.
So those in the courthouse should be left to suffer.
That's not what I said. I simply meant it doesn't have to be you who frees them. Damn it all. You're as stubborn as the old Sid was. Just don't say I didn't warn you. You're Sid now, and if anything happens to him, we're finished.
So it's been a total of 18 years since the thing that happened at Phoenix Gate. And Torgal's still doing good. So that means that Clive is 33 now.
Please, we don't know anything. You have to believe us. We'd help you if we could.
Joshua would be 28.
But you're helping us already.
Or around there, at least. I don't know how old he was, but I was guessing he was around 10 in the flashback.
No sign of Hugo.
I'll wager he thinks as highly of his minions' traps as we do.
Then this should be easy.
Don't hurt us. I beg of you.
Quiet means quiet, branded scum.
That's what I don't like about the time skip. That many years passed by. Yeah. And it's, with that many years, it's like, what have they been doing?
It's going to be all right.
You know, they destroyed one crystal, and then what happened in the 5 years?
I'm here to even the odds. Any objections?
It's him, the outlaw. Sid's here. Come on. Go! Summon the others! The bearers?
Safe.
How do you know? They just ran out the gate. You don't even know what happened to them. Can't wait for the NBA TV deal to expire next year because Disney's falling apart with their ESPN layoffs, and NBC wants the NBA on NBC basketball rights again. Thank God. 90s modern NBA on NBC. Oh, really? I didn't know ESPN was doing layoffs. I mean, I don't really pay that much attention to sports, to be honest. Clive has claimed a portion of the icon Rama's essence. I mean, well, he must have done that 5 years ago. Attuning with Rama not only changes the elemental aspect of Clive's magic spells, but also allows access to several new iconic abilities such as Thunderstorm, which rains Levin bolts down on all nearby enemies, knocking them back. Levin bolts? What is a Levin bolt? Why can't they just say Thunderbolts? Ability details are found on the Abilities tab in the main menu. Rama's feat. Rama's iconic feat, Blind Justice, can be used to launch a barrage of ball lightning at up to 9 targets determined by locking onto them. The lightning will temporarily remain affixed to a target and can be ignited by striking it.
Sid dies here! This one! Over here!
Oh, okay, so wait. I guess I needed... Oh, okay. I don't have to hold it down. I was trying to hold down circle and like move to lock targets on at the same time. What else do we have here?
Outlaws in here! Bring me his head!
NBA on NBC was the best TV basketball broadcast ever, especially when they covered it in the 90s. Oh, really? What made it on NBC better? A modern NBA on NBC would be so awesome. Presentation and those basketball intros were so cool. Ah, I see. Yeah, I never really watched basketball. Well, I really never watched anything but baseball, and even then these days I really don't watch that much baseball either.
Enough of this! Let him play with the kitten! They brought a pet.
Well, so did we. Oh my god, that is a sick boy. Look at his chest. Oh, he's jacked. He's got like a six-pack.
What you've done, Sid.
Those things are fast.
And the best theme ever in Roundball Rock, John Tish. I pay attention. Some sports, basketball and football and fight sports. Baseball, I got tired. Foul ball. Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to keep up with. Baseball especially is hard to keep up with because there's 162 games in a season. So, Rama's icon ability is only really useful for a group of enemies.
this one.
Republican War Panther. NBA and NBC made basketball in the 90s so exciting. The storylines, the broadcasting, the presentation, and legendary intros and themes just drew you to basketball, especially the era it was in. Ah, okay. Well, that sounds pretty cool. Lightning Shard. The power of the icon Rama made manifest. This shard of crystal tingles the palm and can be heard to emit a soft hum when held to the ear.
To hell with this!
They'll tell Hugo.
Let them. There's been more than enough bloodshed for one day.
Murderer. All of our friends are dead because of you. Do you hear me? They used us as bait. Bait to lure you out of your stinking hole, all because you couldn't just let things be.
What are you even doing here? We never asked to be saved. Did you think we'd thank you? They'll never forgive us. We're all marked now.
For 5 years we fought to secure a better life for our kind. To see that we are treated as equals. Do you not want that?
What we want is to be left alone. Every time you show your faces, it is we who suffer.
It's all right. I'm sorry.
Just leave us be. This is our home, and this is where we'll stay.
Sid told us this wouldn't be easy. They'll come round.
If you say so.
This story is not going in the direction I thought it would go in. Like, I thought we were all about, like, trying to find out what happened with Joshua. And why he's still alive, if that's really him. And now it's going in this direction of, like, trying to help the bearers. I mean, I guess that was always a secondary storyline. The best players, and especially Michael Jordan in the 90s, Bull Dynasty with the 2-3 Pete's in that era. A modern NBA on NBC with the players of today and everything like it was back then is cool. Even back then, they made basketball video games in the 90s based on NBA on NBC with the Showtime basketball games made by Midway before they were bankrupt. Okay, so, well, we're in the same map. So we've still got the hideaway, so I guess it wasn't totally lost. Amongst the unfading remnants of ambitions long forgotten, do Clive and his companions forge a path to a better tomorrow. I like that they updated the descriptions of the locations. I mean, it was a pretty... We did have some pretty big events happen tonight. Benamir.
That night 5 years ago, we destroyed what for many was a symbol of hope. For a reason they'll never know. We cannot blame them for thinking us the cause of their misery. Though it's to give them a better tomorrow, they see only that we've made their lives harder today.
But how do they know it was us?
Will must be lanced if it is to heal.
I can't help but wonder if we've made the right choice.
No one saw us destroy the crystal.
Sid said that he wanted to create a world where we were free. Free to choose our own path. I honestly don't think it mattered to him if that choice was right or wrong. Only that it was our own.
I miss him.
A world where we can live and die as equals. That's what he wanted. What we want. And that's why I bear his name. It's why we've all chosen to bear his legacy. And I'm not going to let anything stand in our way.
I'm just excited. Yeah, I mean, it sounds pretty cool. I never watched, you know, like I never really watched basketball, but that sounds pretty cool. Torgal singing the song of his people. Whoa, what? Is this the hideaway now? What? Wait, what is this? Wow, 5 years later, they built an insane hideaway. This is not the same one. Home sweet home.
Otto was asking after you. Let's go and see him.
All right, well,
Never a dull moment.
Otto survived. He was the bartender or barkeeper. He's the guy that was running the fat chocobo.
Last I saw, he was in the mess, as always.
NBA on NBC was the best channel ever for basketball, better than CBS and ABC, ESPN. Oh yeah? Okay, so... Okay, yeah, I think this is a totally different entry than before. ABC was awful for NBA broadcasting 2 decades after NBC lost the TV rights, and they're finally gonna get it back. Nice. An Imperial bearer turned ally of Sid the Outlaw. In truth, however, he is something much more, not only the firstborn of the Archduke of Rosaria, but also the dominant of Ifrit, with the ability to absorb powers of other icons. That's what I was wondering. I was wondering if it was something special about him that he can have more than one icon. In the 5 years since the fall of Drake's head and the death of his mentor, he and Jill have strived to continue Sid's legacy, the light of Rama forever in his heart. Okay, I was not expecting Sid to die. Obolus. Obolus? An old friend of Otto's from his merchant seaman days, now serving as a ferryman between the shores of Benamir and Clive's Hideaway. Knowing him to be a trustworthy and tight-lipped fellow, Otto invited him to join their cause after Sid's death, that he and his trusty skiff might help them build and operate their new hideaway in the lake. Otto, chief steward of Sid's Hideaway, who manages the day-to-day running of their operation in his friend's stead, Sid often being taken far enough away from his bearer-liberating activities. Even when Sid is at home, he prefers to leave such busy work to Otto, much to the hard-pressed purser's indignation. That was the same entry they had last time. They didn't update this one. The Hideaway. Established under the leadership of Clive Rossfield, who took on the title of Sid after his former leader's passing and Titan's destruction of the old hideaway. Wait, Titan? Here, a community of like-minded individuals from across the realms have gathered to build a place where people can live and die on their own terms. Like its predecessor, it is built within fallen ruins deep within the deadlands of Central Storm. Decidedly unlike its predecessor, however, it is located in the center of a lake, Benamir, across whose waters any invading enemy can easily be spotted long before their arrival. Oh, that's smart. And it's huge. The previous hideaway was just like a little cave. Okay, I definitely want to explore.
I seen schoolboys swing harder.
And there's so many people here.
Otto will want to know what happened in Costas. I expect he'll be in the mess.
So Tarja and Otto must have survived. I'm not sure if Gav survived. A modern NBA on NBC with the current players and those intros kept with the same roundball rock theme with John Tish will be absolutely awesome. I am going to trust you on that. I wouldn't know, but I will trust you on that. NBC even wants to do Sunday night basketball after the NFL season, and they do Sunday night football. They even got inspiration from that. That would make sense. Although, like, I feel like football games are, like, hugely hyped up because there's not that many games.
As hither yon autumn winds atop the...
Yeah, this is one of those stones, a retstone. Oh, the blacksmith. Is this the same guy? Blackthorn. Yeah, he survived.
If you told me you could fire a forge without a crystal or a bearer before I came here, I'd have taken you for a madman. But no, here it is. The secret's in the bellows, you know. They're Master Sid's own design. The other Master Sid.
Oh, that's interesting. So they didn't know how to forge things without magic.
If you told me you could fire a forge without a crystal or a bearer before I came here...
Huh, very interesting. They didn't even have, like, very primitive technology. They just used magic for everything.
What do you need? Things here ain't too bad.
I suppose. I've got a decent hammer, a decent anvil, and an apprentice that knows his hammer from his cock. Okay, so this is something weird that if you haven't been in one of these streams before, this is something weird that they do when you do these like extra dialogue options with NPCs. They only say some of the dialogue. They only voice act some of the dialogue, which is really weird. Oh, and the furnace is all right and all thanks to old Sid's bellows. The gods only know how I keep the coals hot enough out here on the mirror without them. Not with bloody crystals, that's for sure.
Nah.
I reckon you won't find a forge like this one and anywhere else in the Twins, and I count myself lucky to work it. Thanks for keeping me on. You need anything, you give us a shout. Why wouldn't we keep him on? He was already in the old hideaway. 90s was the best era for NBA ever, and NBA on NBC nailed it with the TV presentation and broadcasting. The other channels don't even come close. All the great memories of the 90s are era in NBA on NBC. NBA on NBC covered 3 repeats in 90s through 2002 when the TV deal expired. Oh yeah? Okay, ask about past 5 years. It sounds like I should have watched
You've forgotten already?
Basketball.
Because I haven't.
It was a right pain in the arse getting this place into shape, especially with the mess we were in. Not that it was anything new for those of us who put the old hideaway together.
Still.
That don't mean I intend on doing it again. Okay, that didn't tell me anything. He was just like, oh, what, you forgot?
Back to work then.
Oh, I didn't even check the forge.
So, what'll it be? 11
bolt. From heaven on high, far did his bolt fall to deliver justice. Icon Maki, Book of 11, 420. Okay, so it looks like every time I get a new icon, I get whatever element they are, and then a shard, and then I use the last sword I made to create a new sword.
Scratches, right?
Is it? Okay, this is all the same stuff.
Anything else?
Okay, so we've got a door here. Read. Off limits, that means you. Oh, what? How's that off limits to me? I'm the leader of this place. Whoa. Okay, now this looks like FF15. How do they remember where this place is?
Look, Sid. Squeaks wants to meet you. I can keep him, can't I?
A rat?
Can't I?
Well, actually, you know what? Amateur Twitcher. What does that even mean? You know what? I've heard that rats make really good pets, actually. I've heard that they're, like, really smart and super sweet. Like they're miniature dogs. But they don't live very long. They only live, like, 2 or 3 years. NBC actually cared about presentation and NBA coverage to the fans. They did everything right and covered NBA games very well, and ratings are high during the Jordan era and the Bulls. It was the best. Nice. Well, that sounds fun.
This tongue here pulls the black from the lake water and renders it blue. You'll have to ask Mid if you want to know how it works, though.
Oh, so he also survived. He was in the other hideaway. So was she. Okay, I guess I can't talk to him from over here. I have to go over here.
Much was lost when the first hideaway fell. Colleagues and friends. Years of hard work. But we did not let that loss...
Oh, or was it this guy?
And our work will not be in vain. No. The spirits of our fallen comrades live on in every leaf and limb you see here.
Oh, he's the head botanist, but I don't know. I don't think he was... Oh, wait a minute, but he must have been at the old hideaway because he was talking about the old hideaway. Okay. I know there was a botanist there. I just don't remember which one it was. The foundations of Valistean botany. Marble tendrils. After excising from the trunk, dry for 3 to 5 turns of the sun until brittle to the touch. Grind in mortar and add to warm coral milk to remedy gout, melancholy, and moon sickness. Caution recommended when harvesting as the host may grow disquieted. Huh? What does that mean? Experimental record. Bohemil head botanist. Oh. Wait a minute. So it's neither of those guys. Bohemil was the one... Oh, wait a minute. But the guy I just talked to must have been at the last hideaway too. Hey, Francisco. Hello. How are you? Thanks for coming in. How's your day been? Mixed equal parts first-rate vineyard hummus from Gotland's bales with Deadland soil. Of the 6 cuttings planted therein, 2 survived to flower, only to wither and die within a sennight. What is a sennight? Even amalgamated with the finest imperial loam, the blighted earth is still affecting a nutritional deficiency. It might be remedied with some further source of nourishment, saltpeter or potash, or the dung of a racing chocobo. This shall be the subject of my next round of experiments. Okay, so the blighted earth is just completely dead, which would make sense. I'm still confused. I mean, I guess all will be explained in due time, but it's so confusing right now as to how it's 5 years later, but Joshua still hasn't shown up anywhere. But he knows, like, he knows Clive is out here. And what has he even been doing? Like, and then for the 13 years that Clive was an Imperial soldier, like, what was Joshua doing? Like, we don't have any explanations.
I can't go and play until I finish my sums.
Oh, what? Oh, they got a whole school going on?
Ah, Sid. We were just about to start our next lesson. You're welcome to join us, but be warned. I tolerate absolutely no tomfoolery.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I can't stay then. Doing fantastic. How are you? I'm good, thank you. I'm just glad it's the weekend. Well, I'm always glad it's the weekend. Just normal day. I mean, usually Fridays are pretty relaxed at work. So, just worked, did some errands, went to Target, dropped off some Amazon returns at the UPS store, had dinner, watched a movie. Now I'm playing Final Fantasy 16. You got any weekend plans, Francisco? Book of Subs. Old farmer Otto keeps both chocobos and antelopes. After 5 of his stock fell ill, he put them in his barn to rest. However, Otto woke the next morning to discover that a leg eater had found its way into the barn and devoured 3 of the limbs on one of his antelopes. A leg eater. To make certain all remaining legs were accounted for, he did a tally and was satisfied when he counted 13. Question: how many chocobos were in the barn? What? Okay, so wait a minute. I don't know how many legs antelopes have in this world. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, this is a word problem. Okay. I thought this was like a log. I forgot I was at the school. I thought this was like a log of something. 3 of the limbs on one of his antelopes. Disney laying off ESPN people really gave NBC a chance to get the rights. Also, Rebecca, my baby nephew, gave birth on June 29th. He's a Gemini just like me. Oh yeah, nice. You know what? June 29th? That's so funny because that is my dog's birthday also. Okay, so chocobos have 2 legs. Antelopes have 4. So if the leg eater ate 3, then that means, and there were 13. What? Okay. You know what? I'm not gonna solve that. That's not important. I'm a great uncle and my sister-in-law and brother are grandparents. My mom and dad are great grandparents. Nice. How do you feel about being a great uncle?
Sid.
Go on. What's the matter?
Suspicious character.
You look as pale as the day your predecessor slung you in the cell next to mine. Not about to have another fit, are you? Of course you aren't. You're a changed man now. We both are.
Okay. That was kind of weird.
The lawsman says I can borrow as many books as I can carry. This was all I could carry.
One giant book. This weekend I'm going to be getting closer to completing a creative project that is like a prototype to something else, but that's all I can say on that. Oh, okay. Very intriguing, Francisco. My cousin has a Gemini daughter and she was born on June 25th, so my baby girl cousin, my nephew are Gemini. Oh, nice. Feels great. Nice. I bet your mom and dad are super happy to be great grandparents. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody get as happy as when people become grandparents or great grandparents.
Clive, is everything all right?
This is a really nice place that Clive got set up here. This place is huge, Jesus.
War is brewing. I can feel it.
A History of Valsaean Jurisprudence, the Continental Accord. The signing of the Continental Accord marks the beginning of the modern era of Valsaea, where the realm had once been riven by hatred and mistrust. The Accord built bridges affecting many of the areas of realm-wide cooperation that persist to this day. The shared currency, shared calendar, and common system of bearer ownership chief among its epoch-making achievements. Also, in the years since the Accord signing, many of these old rifts have reopened. It is for us to follow in the steps of our forebears and wholeheartedly endeavor to usher in a new age of peace and unity. Oh, okay. So there was some sort of accords that united the kingdoms. Two new Geminis in the family. Nice. I guess that means my dog is also a Gemini because his birthday is June 29th also. Okay, that's a jukebox.
You look like you could do with a drink.
Chat with Maeve.
How am I getting on? Ah, about as well as you'd expect of a barmaid pouring sour ale for penniless outlaws in the middle of the Deadlands. And it'd be worse than that if Molly here didn't make the best stew this side of Stone here, even if it is mostly just yesterday's leavings. Don't tell her you heard that from me, though.
10,000 gil to buy a round for the hall. Well, I do have the gil.
Might be a mo.
Okay, we're getting a drink. Does that do anything? Or do I just waste 500 gil?
mug handy?
Okay, it's just a waste of 5,000 or 500 gil. Got it.
Is it?
Okay, let's buy a round for the hall.
Well, someone's in a good mood. Drink up, you lot. The next round's on Sid. Don't be a stranger, Sid.
Not even a trophy for that. I spent 10,000 gil on that. Not even a trophy.
Shelves are closed. Sign outside should have told you. Yeah, the sign outside should have told you.
But there's no sign.
Yeah, there's no sign. They're happy to be great-grandparents. He weighed 7¼ pounds and my niece did vaginal birth. It's crazy how she handled it so well. Ah, that's a good weight. And the crazy thing is how smart both of them are. They don't cry at all and just so relaxed and chill. Us gems are the best. Oh, nice. It's always nice to deal with a chill baby.
Clive, you're back.
Oh, Goot survived.
You didn't happen to run out of potions while you're away, did you? We've a fine selection of tonics and tinctures. Oh, perhaps you'd be interested in some new accoutrement. Gear.
Oh, he can't say accoutrements. Okay, so I guess he's working. I guess he's working for Karen now.
Is it business or pleasure?
Ask about the hideaway.
We won't hear me complaining.
It's even roomier than the old one was. Got my own stores, my own little counter. And thanks to you lot fighting the good fight, plenty of demand for me wares.
The only drawback.
The constant bloody racket. If it's not Doris and Otto barking their orders, it's Blackthorn and Bardolph banging away day and night.
Still.
If a pain in the ear holes the price I have to pay to be Sid the Outlaw's partner in crime, I'd say I've got myself a bargain. Ask about the past 5 years. He was born late at night to past 11 p.m. when it happened. Ah, maybe that's why he's so relaxed. Has it really been 5 years since we left the old place? How time flies.
I remember it like it was yesterday.
We were all waiting to treat Sid to a hero's welcome when Kupka's lot turned up. Not that we knew it was them, they just poured in like a plague of rats, cutting down anyone and anything that stood in their way. Blood and bodies everywhere there was, and a voice crying out for Sid to save us in the midst of it all. I'll never forget those cries, try as I might.
You're our leader now, Clive.
Promise me you won't let anything like that happen again. Promise me that come what may, Sid will save us. Well, I mean, he's got a better location. And things seem to be running pretty good. Not that Sid didn't do a good job. Oh, Channeler's Whispers, meaning an ethereal charge can prove as deadly to a bear as unleashing the magic itself. These earrings are believed to assist in the channeling of ether by reducing the amount drawn from the body and augmenting it with ambient ether from the environment. Automatically charges magic spells and maintains the charge until cast. Accessory effect will not trigger unless the ability charge magic is learned. Crimson Tassels. Crimson is the color of blood that feeds my rage. Traditional battle invocation. Increases limit break generation amount by 3% when dealing damage. Cobalt Tassels. Cobalt is the color of the blade that feeds my pain. Traditional battle invocation. Where are we hearing these traditional battle invocations? Increases limit break generation amount by 6% when taking damage. Oh, Elixir. This is new. I mean, it's not a new Final Fantasy item, but we haven't seen it before. 10,000 each. Well, I could certainly afford it. Affluent nobles obsessed with finding the secret to eternal life have created an unprecedented demand for this quality herbal concoction, heretofore rarely used outside of battle. As such, its asking price has bloated to so great an extent that few soldiers can actually afford it. Instantly restores all HP. Okay, well, I don't think I need that quite yet. Oh, I can sell the Invictus, but why would we not keep this? Because this is the sword that Clive got from his dad. And this too, the Meshin Cross, Clive got that from his dad. We don't want to sell that. Okay, but we did get some items that we need to sell. So the Black Blood. The only thing we can do with that is sell, I guess. Oh, we have 19 of these? Okay. How do I just sell all? Oh, I guess I can just press back on that one.
I'll be thankful you got that much.
Goblin coin. Okay. That's... I can only sell that. Crafting. 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 Okay. So I don't want to sell anything that I need crafting materials for.
Is that all?
Does that one have blood on it?
Okay, so, oh, that's the blacksmith. I don't know how I passed Karen.
Have you been to the toll?
Is this my room? Wall of memories. Yeah, I think this is my room. Wow, this is huge. Wait a minute. Is this just open all the time? Do you even have a window here, Clive? You need like a private space. Like, what if you're changing? Anybody can just walk by and see you changing? The Oath. Created the day Clive pledged his allegiance to Cid, this crystal shard transfixed with twin daggers is a powerful reminder of a promise made, a friendship forged, and a legacy inherited. Huh, Wall of Memories. Interesting, okay. So they're like little like, I don't know what to call them, keepsakes, I guess? That are representative of what's happened in the story so far? Okay, yeah, there's a bed here. So I was wondering, I was like, okay, is this Clive's like bedroom or is it like his office? Because if it's his office, then I'm okay with it. See, somebody's walking by. Somebody can see me right now. Like, I'm okay with this just being open if this was just like his office, but this is also his bedroom. Like, you need some privacy, bro. You can't just have that open. I mean, maybe that thing above me, like maybe it's like retractable or something and it can go down. But he at least needs a curtain over here. Oh, and this opens up into here. Okay. So he's got 2 doors. Wait, do these even lock? There's not a lock on the door. Like, so he has 2 doors going into his bedroom and they don't even have locks on them, so anybody could just walk in. And then he's got just like an open giant window here with no curtain. Bro, you need some privacy. What? Goblin coin and black blood? I just sold all of those. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, this is like his balcony. Okay, so nobody can access here. Okay, just kidding. I mean, there still should be a lock on this door, I think, though, because, like, what if they're attacked? And then there's another door that attackers can come through. So I think there should still be a lock on that. But he's definitely got a nice space. It's a huge room. He's got his own balcony. It's very sparse, though. I mean, he's just got a bunch of weapons, treasure chest, a bed, and a couch. That why was this couch placed here? Doesn't seem like a good placement for it. His room's pretty bare, but I guess he probably doesn't spend a whole ton of time here. Okay, so it's getting kind of late and I did start stream late. So I think what I'm gonna do is go talk to Otto and then that'll probably be it for the night.
Look, I said.
Oh, it's the Moogle! You're wondering what the new board is behind me, aren't you? All in good time, my furless friend. All in good time. Oh, I bet this is like a bounty board or something that I don't have access to yet. Okay, wait a minute. I don't think I went up here.
Lady Tyre is performing a delicate operation and must not be disturbed. I'll let her know you called.
No one works longer or harder than our Otto. You can scour the whole of Storm and Ash, and you won't find a better man.
Okay. So Ash, I guess, is another continent? Okay, so I think there are two continents because people talk about the twins. So I think Storm and Ash are the names of the continents. Compendium of Rosarian Verse. The rills run red with brave men's blood, and to the talons flow in flood, then out to sea. But those same souls whose souls are touched by flames and phoenix claws are clutched, and ne'er shall die. So dry thine eyes, thy groom is gone, but in thy babe his light lives on, and so shall he. Okay, this looks like, I don't know, just like a resting area? I mean, it's got tables and beds set up. It's like a little camp out area or something. There's even more places. Like, there's all these like stairs and doors that I can't go in. This looks like a I want to say like closest to like a locker room or like a break room. It looks like people come in here to take a break after training, to like take a nap or just like take a break from training. Okay, and I think I've gone up here.
Sid, what's the special occasion?
Sybil Chatterbox.
Join us for a spell, if you think Jill won't mind.
Ofka Tail Tattler. Cassandra Worrywart. Okay, yeah, I have been up here, but those two girls weren't here. Oh, yeah, so that was Clive's room. The backyard? God, this place is huge. The atrium, the haven, the bunks. Oh, that must be where I was in the bunks. The map room. The Black Hammer, Charon's Toll. The Ale Hall, the Tub and Crown. Why is it the Tub and Crown now? Why isn't it the Fat Chocobo anymore? Alright, well, let's talk to Otto.
Ah, there you are, Clive. Word of your adventures arrived this morning. Victor sent his thanks.
I doubt Kupka will miss the fools he sent to catch me. Not a single one of the bearers we saved showed any interest in coming with us. No one seems keen to join hands with an outlaw. Any news while we were away?
None worth mentioning. Gav's still off keeping an eye on the Republic.
No, Gav did survive.
Should be back any day now.
Understood. If anyone needs me, I'll be in the map room.
Oh, that's the map room.
Can't work that one out. There must be better places than the hull of a gutted airship to bury your nose in a book.
That's the room I was like, is this like a war room?
And I'm sure she has her reasons.
Wait, what? Who is that?
I learned something new. You'll be the first to know. Now off you go.
Vivian. Okay, well, she's new.
All operations are suspended. Have you finished sorting those reports yet?
Finished? I ain't started. Been busy enough with my own work.
You're putting my leg on ya?
This is like a bar counter. Why do they have like a bar counter for this? I guess because I guess they're doing reports. At first I thought this was a little bar. I was like, oh, that's nice. They got like a little bar set up here, but they're just doing reports. Okay. All right, I'm gonna save. Okay, that's gonna do it for tonight. Gotta take my car in tomorrow morning. Oh, we got some new abilities. Lightning Rod. Create a ball of lightning that, upon being struck, chains lightning to other nearby enemies. Summon from the heavens a mighty Levin bolt that deals massive damage to a single target. Okay, so we'll... Alright, I guess we might as well get this. Okay. So, it looks like I'm assuming the rest of the circle will be filled out. So, if we're judging by how much space these fill up, I'm guessing there's going to be 1, 2, maybe 3 or 4 more abilities, like icons. Oh, well, I guess this one in the middle aren't. It's not icons. It's just Clive's abilities. Okay. All right. So we're gonna save and end it there. But I will be back tomorrow night. Did this entry update? After Sid fell and his hideaway was reduced to rubble at the hands of Hugo Kupka, Clive took on both his predecessor's name and role, becoming the second Sid the Outlaw and leader of the re-established resistance. Together with other survivors and their new recruits, he continues Sid's mission to emancipate bearers and rid the realm of Mother Crystals. Chief Steward of Clive's hideaway, Otto continues to serve the same role he did under Sid, being the primary person in charge of all monies and information coming into and going out of the hideaway. Oh, so he's like the CFO and COO of the hideaway. Okay, they did update those entries. All right, so we're gonna save. Good night. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you, Francisco. Take care, everyone. Dream Spirit Flame. You take care as well. I tweeted you the NBA and NBC intro so you can see how 90s basketball era on the channel was like. Best ever. Okay, I will definitely check that out. Okay, guys. Very interesting developments in this story so far. It definitely was not what I was expecting. I was expecting the story to go in a completely different direction. So this is definitely piquing my interest. It's fun. I mean, it's a fun game. Definitely recommend it if you like hack and slash or Final Fantasies. Especially if you played previous Final Fantasies, you will love all the callbacks to OG Final Fantasy stuff. But it won't be too long until I'm back playing this. If you want to see more, I will be back on tomorrow night and possibly Sunday night as well. So yeah, look for me then. I started late tonight just because I was like really tired, and when I went out to run errands, it was like this crazy traffic and crowds. I don't know what was going on this weekend, but it was just like super hectic, and it took me like twice the amount of time it should have to run my errands. I'll try the demo before buying it just to see how it's like. Yeah, let me know what you think. I probably should have done that too, but I didn't. But I knew, like, I mean, it's a Final Fantasy. I love Final Fantasy. Like, I had to play it no matter what. Even if it's bad. Like, I still like to play games even if they're bad because, you know, you want an opinion on them. Good night, all. Good night, Francisco. All right, guys. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow night. Have a good night. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.